Now, you wouldn't be able to tell by counting the headstones at this plot, but there are actually 10 different bodies buried inside of it. I don't have time to talk about all of them today, but I want to focus on Kate McLanahan. Kate McLanahan married George Donner Wilder, a descendant of Elitha Cooley Donner of the Donner Party. They had 3 beautiful children and lived in a house south of Sacramento and north of Stockton. Now, on August 6, 1902, that house burned to the ground with Kate and her 3 children inside, and unfortunately they all perished. George was home as well. He woke about 3 or 4 in the morning to the smoke, and he was able to escape to a neighbor. Now, there was an inquest into the fire, and things started to get a little bit suspicious. George reported that around 1 a.m. the night before the fire started, his wife Kate had come to him and said that she was going to retire with the children and that they were going to go far away where they could finally get peace. He thought this was a bit unusual, but let it go, and they retired to one bedroom while he slept in another. He reported that Kate had been depressed for over a year. She had been dealing with breast cancer, and so she committed suicide, hoping to move on to a happier place. However, when doing some more investigation, it was found that George nailed shut all of the windows in this house just shortly before the fire started. Also, an examination of Kate's body found that she had no indication of breast cancer, and none of her friends or family had ever heard her say anything about having breast cancer. Finally, jurors were suspicious when it was noted that none of the children's positions changed at all through the night while the fire was burning. Maybe meaning they might have been drugged before they went to sleep. We'll never know exactly what happened because 4 days later, George ended up committing suicide, hanging himself from the rafters of his mother's barn. All 5 of the family members were originally interred in the Elk Grove City Cemetery, but later, in 1906, Kate and her 3 children were reinterred here at the Historic City Cemetery.